All right. Today I want to go back through memory lane on August 5th when we had that market bottom. And I made a very special update that day that said we could have reached a market bottom, but more specifically as a trader, I gave reasons from the hourly chart on why it was so significant to be buying that dip with a very low risk entry, because if we hit the bottom, I said there was a very good chance of a V-shaped recovery off of that low. And I gave a lot of specific price action reasons from the hourly chart on why it was a no-brainer low risk entry. And I specifically said in that update, I think if you take this trade when we're talking in a couple of months, I think you'll be very happy. And only 2 weeks later, we have already recovered the majority of that drop, even though a lot of people were panicking and trying to do fear-mongering bullcrap that the market was going to crash and go a lot lower. So very quickly, I want to roll that tape on exactly what was said, because it's very important to revisit how you are trading. And that is the best way to become a better trader, is to have a trading journal and a trade plan and then revisit that later to see if you were correct or not. And that way, if you're not making correct trades, you can fix it and try to find out what you're doing wrong. So let's roll that tape from August 5th right now. So one final thing I want to show you is I want to switch this over to an hourly chart. And I do want you to be aware that because I'm showing you the possibility on the daily chart that we're at support, we also did get an hourly double bottom breakout on the NQ contract. We did get the higher low right here, and we're starting to break the highs. So if the market just continues to blast off tomorrow, I will not be surprised, because everything on the chart is allowing for it. We have the double bottom breakout, which is also a higher low. We have the second higher low that is currently trying to break out. And if we continue higher, based on the daily chart I just showed you and the fact that the NASDAQ 100 is the leader in this bull market, we may have just seen a market bottom, and that could mean we see an extremely quick recovery, which is called a V-shaped recovery, where you can essentially recover losses just as fast as you saw the losses. We could just go right back up, but that will require high volume buying, and that will require the chart to favor the bulls with the continuation of higher lows and higher highs. So one more tip I'll give you before I let you go is watch this hourly chart as well, because you're getting a lot lower risk if you use this hourly chart and then manage risk at the higher lows, because all bull trends, if they're going to continue, will continue to make higher lows and higher highs, and you can manage your risk along the way. So the sky is not falling because you control your risk. You take as much risk on as you want, or as little risk on as you want. Control risk through position size and stop losses on breakdowns of critical zones. And at some point, we know this market will go higher. At some point, it will reach a bottom. So I do think it is beneficial to stay laser focused on where you should be entering long trades and not so much worried about where you should be shorting it. If you want to short this market, I am not saying you can't. I am simply saying for an inexperienced trader in a volatile market, you need to slow things down and focus on where we could go and manage risk around those critical levels. And I think when we're talking in a few months from now, you'll be very happy you did that. And I think you'll be doing very well. So there we have it. I said I thought you would be very happy if you took that suggestion, and here we are at much higher prices only 2 weeks later. And I really want to look at that daily chart now and show you what is going on here, because it is such a very powerful V-shaped recovery, and we're getting very close to this gap fill at 480. I will not be surprised if we are getting very close to a pullback, which could mean we go a bit higher towards 480 and then possibly pull back for a retest of this breakout, which should be a test of that rising 50 EMA and possibly a gap fill right around 465. So in the very short term, I think the risk is now starting to become to the downside. We did catch the bottom perfectly. If you were in the Discord server on Monday, we were buying that dip like crazy, hand over fist. And right now, I will be very open with you. This is where we are locking lots of profits, and this is not the time to be heavily buying. It doesn't mean we can't go higher. I am simply telling you the risk and reward is no longer to the upside. The risk and reward is now to the downside, and bears and smart bulls will identify that. So do not be surprised if we start to pull back soon. Now, I'm not saying there's a guarantee that we need to pull back, and I'm not telling you it's a guarantee you'll make money if you short this market. I am simply saying the risk and reward favors it. And as you know, I always like to take the highest probability trade with the best risk reward setups. So be very disciplined. I wanted to do this video as a reminder that things take time. And when you were buying Monday morning, when there was a lot of fear mongering and a lot of people telling us the market was going to crash, I gave you a very level-headed analysis that we were likely going to see a V-shaped recovery off of the bottom, and gave very objective price action reasoning why. That is why I used the hourly chart to give the objective reasoning, not just to tell you that I was guessing a bottom was in. I gave you 100% objective price action analysis. And I told you it was a very low risk trade, which meant if we were incorrect, we would not lose a lot of money. But as you can see, we were correct and we made a lot of money. If you constantly put yourself in those low risk, high reward trades with great probability, you are going to absolutely crush this market. So if you want to come crush this market with me, you can get access to all of my intraday updates, my trade ideas, and my technical analysis from the Stocks Journal Discord server. And you can find out how to join the Discord server by clicking on the link in the description of this video. So thank you for watching, everybody. I hope you're crushing this market. And as always, I will see you in the next episode.